Okay, let's start this segment by saying this, right? Last time I talked to y'all, I told y'all about a term called gunning. Basically, it's when I explain this to you, you be like, "This is crazy," you know what I mean? But it started like this, right? When I'm in the dome, going to the dome, came from lunch, going back to the dome. As I walk into the dome, I seen one of the inmates in the hallway. You know what I mean? And once I seen him in the hallway, but the way he was looking, you know what I mean? And it was kind of funny because he sat down and he had a big ass hole between his pants. I guess he tore it up. He had no boxes with a hole between his pants. And he had both his hands inside. He closed his leg when he saw me come. I didn't take nothing of it, you know. I was just paying a prison, man. Stuff like that wasn't, things I was used to seeing, you know what I mean? Then I woke up in the dome. She opened the door, man, and once I woke up in there, it was about two dudes in the shower. You had no choice but to look up there because they had the window, they had the door open, the shower door wide open, you know what I mean? And another dude in the closet. So in my mind, I'm wondering what they're doing, you know what I mean? And come to find out, there was a thing they called gunning. That's what they were doing. They were gunning. You understand? They were gunning. That basically they were masturbating on the woman, and I'm thinking she must not didn't see them, but she did see them, and she was okay with it. You see what I'm saying? So one of the dudes that was up there when the thing was over with, when everybody was coming back from trial, and I guess whatever they were doing, it was over with. The gunning was over with. And this guy, man, was a skinny dude, you know what I mean? And he just took it out of control. He took it to the point where even in the rec yard, you know how in the rec yard they got a tower way up there. The lady way up there, only thing you could see is her head, and guess what he was doing? He was sitting right in that little spot with his pants, with the hole between his pants, he was gunning. So in my mind, I'm like, how could he see her up there? But I guess he did like Superman, you know what I mean? And eventually he could see, because he got X-ray vision, he could see her way up there. So he got so bad with it where you could be in line and he had some kind of gadget he made where he could have a spring. He had a spring on his toe, and the spring was between in his pants and to his penis. So all he had to do is shake his leg. Once he shake his leg, and he was aroused, and he was gunning. He could be talking to a woman right now, and he was shaking his leg, and his dick was getting hard, and he was basically gunning her. You know what I mean? While they looking at her, by talking to her, he was gunning her. So now the problem was with him, man. He was disrespecting everybody. He didn't care who was around him. Who was not around him, he was going to jack off, he was going to shoot, he was going to do his thing. So the talk was around the compound where this is a dude that just don't care, he disrespect nobody. The last result thing he did was crazy, you know what I mean? And this is what almost cost him his life, believe it or not. He was in the child, and while everybody said in the child, he had a hole between his pants, and he was jacking up on the lady. He was doing that. So now the guys paid some money and sent a hit on him. So one day he was in the shower gunning, and somebody walked by him and stuck him 3 times with a knife. Hit him up with a knife. He fell to the floor, his dick is lying around, he's digging his hand, and blood everywhere. And then dudes walk out. So that just was giving you a little segment of what they call gunning. And if you wanted to know what gunning was, and if you ever hear anybody talking about, this person was gunning in prison and anything like that, that's what that term means. That term means to masturbate on somebody or masturbate on somebody, you know what I'm saying, on an officer. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about it, when they're masturbating like that, it doesn't matter who come in their range. It could be you, it could be me, it could be a man, it don't matter who it is, they're gonna gun you down. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I was trying to explain to y'all about that gunning situation, you know what I mean? But just to let you know, Everglades was a very dangerous camp. You know what I mean? Very dangerous camp. It was so dangerous, man. Motherfuckers getting raped, motherfuckers getting killed. There's an old man there. There's an old man. I'm not gonna say his name, but he died. Right? He's dead. And he had a bunkie. His bunkie was a Jamaican dude, right? And Jamaican dude was his bunkie. And his bunkie told him, he said, "Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't have no homosexual activity in here, cause this is why I stay. This is like my comfort zone. You know what I mean?" And the old man was just a very ridiculous old man. He didn't give a fuck. So that cost him his life, because one day when the dude was up there sleeping on the top bunk, he brought the punks in there while the dude was sleeping. And while the dude was sleeping, when the dude got up, he smelled some kind of foul odor in there, you know. He looked down and he seen the old man with the two white boys. They were freaking down there. They were just freaking while he was up there sleeping. So you know what he did? You know what he did? I'm gonna tell you what he did. He got up and went to stumping the old man, kicked him in the head, beat him in the head, and everything. And guess what happened? He ended up killing the man and aged on him. He killed him. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of the situations that I seen. Just coming to prison, it been a year, and I'm seeing this stuff. So guess what I had to do? I had to join the game. Didn't want to do it, but I had to join the game. Not really join the game, but you know, we all was together, you know what I mean? And we had to be all, we had to stick together. If you wanted to survive, if you wanted to make it out alive in this place, you had to get rid of the situation, we get some people in to have your back. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so dangerous over there that they had to bring a troubleshooter, somebody they call a troubleshooter from way up north to come down to transfer anybody out of everything, because that's how dangerous it was. You know what I'm saying? Bitch was getting stabbed up every day, bitch getting heat up, bitch getting raped. You hear about people getting raped, you just think it's not just TV, but this was for real. It was black guys raping black guys, white boys raping white boys. It was all that I seen all this, and this stuff stayed in my head, so that's why I had to come out here to explain this to y'all, to let y'all know, man, this is for real. And then there was AIDS everywhere in there, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said before, man, I just thank God, man, for giving me the strength, man, to get out of this place healthy and strong. And I'm here to let y'all know, man, if any question y'all got for me, man, any question y'all got for me, don't hesitate to ask me, man. And I'm going to answer it to the best of my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, man, you know, and as I did all this time, man, it reflect for me, man, to come out here and enlighten y'all on what's going on. I did 22 years. Not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, 23 years. So I know what I'm talking about. In them 22 years, I've seen everything you could think of, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything you could think of. Next time, man, I'm going to break some stuff down to y'all, man. How a bunch of this gang stuff started in prison. And right now, you hear all them people in the radio, you know what I'm saying, on the TV talking about this gang stuff, man. Yeah, I'm going to give you a little input about that, you know what I'm saying, and how it is when you come in there now that you got to join something. You got to get into something, because if you don't, you're going to be a prey and motherfuckers going to cut your head off. All right, that's it. We're finished.